Your art is fun and whimsical, but needs something more. Hi, my name is Taylor Jakeway. I make art that makes you feel, and I'm helping artists by critiquing their art. Today's artist critique goes to Cassie at Cosmic Magick Artistry. This acrylic artist believes that her work is both imaginative and illustrative. Her stylistic goals are to improve her understanding of color theory and hopefully attract a more witchy and whimsical fan base. She just wants to know what she's doing wrong and asked me to really rip into her, so you asked for it. Your work has so much potential. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about Casey's strengths. First, I would say that she has a thematic cohesiveness. What does that mean? It means I believe she has found a niche. Now, I am not someone who ever tells people to pick a niche or niche down. I think people should make themselves their niche. Second, I would say that her selection of color is really interesting and eye-catching. She talked a lot about wanting to make things kind of glow and be ethereal, and I feel like her color selection and the color ranges that she uses is kind of working towards that direction. Third, she also has pretty decent storytelling skills. I feel like she has a good concept direction. She's building these kind of mystical worlds with her work, and that is really cool. At this point, I would say she's on the cusp of going from beginner artist to intermediate artist. So how can you improve? Let's talk about the specifics. Number one, you need to work on your values or your shading. An illustrative style is totally fine, and you can be more flat with heavier line work if you want to go that route. However, it's in a pretty big contrast to what you do with your galaxy technique. It's just going to make it seem more put together, connected, and balanced. How you work on this is to actually practice more with monochrome or black and white kind of paintings, which I actually saw you do, and I think it's what made your piece called Mother the strongest piece and my pick from your work. However, your portal doors, any of the plants or fruits, flowers, and your fairies are severely lacking in, I would say, skill because they are just more flat compared to the more interesting galaxy work that you've done. Number two, you need to also improve your compositional skills. A lot of your art is very central compositioned or circle compositioned, and that's not bad. However, there's also a lot of your art that is off center and doesn't have as good of a flow. Kind of think about where my eye is being led. It feels as though in some of these pieces that my eye is led to a dead end or my eye gets stuck as I'm viewing the piece. A great trick for planning your composition and your lighting and just everything with your piece so that the eye moves around is to take 3 to 5 steps back from your piece and either squint or look away and let your eyes come back so that you see where your eyes naturally progress through the piece. If you notice any stagnation, focus on that and figure out where could I loosen it up? Where could I redirect using color, lines, or values? Number 3, you did mention wanting to work on color theory, and I do see a need for it, especially when looking at your portals, fairies, and plants. Anything that seems a little bit more on the flat side definitely needs that color theory addressed because usually those things have a variety of color and are not just one solid color. Again, for a purely illustrative style, that's not a bad thing, but I think it goes against the direction you're wanting to go. So here are some ways you can work with color theory. Try challenging yourself by limiting your palette. That means selecting a few colors, maybe up to 5, and you're only using those colors. You are not using any other colors in the entire painting. If you are using any photo references to understand how form or shape work, you can either take a picture and use the color drop tool to select an area to see what that color actually is, or you can actually blur your photos and it kind of gives you a range of colors. Now, I know you like to do a lot of space-themed things. However, I would avoid using pure black. I would avoid using pure white. Why is this? Oddly enough, pure black and pure white being used on a canvas as the highlight and the shading is actually harming your art. Very rarely in life is something actually a black or white shading. It's usually some kind of color. Even this piece of paper that appears white is actually a grayish bluish tint, and most dark colors, I'm going to use my own painting here, are actually not black at all, but usually some kind of purple. My favorite purple is dioxazine purple. For my blacks, you want to save any true blacks or true whites for the very, very end, if at all. Just use them sparingly. Kind of focus in on what your lighting direction comes from. Now, that is kind of hard when you're working with pieces that are in space or galaxy themes or kind of like magic themed things, but I think you can do it. Cosmic Magick Artistries is also getting a personalized 3-month planned guide for helping to elevate your art. As these guides are custom made, it will be sent privately to them. All of these things and more will be available on menaceacademy.io. With that, your critique is now finished. I feel like you have so much potential, and I'm so excited to see where this takes you. If you guys liked this video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy dreaming!